Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Beginning SolidWorks, still week one. It is Thursday, so I did not produce this on Wednesday. And I think I did say I was going to produce one, so I guess I'm going to do that. Give you a little more. First of all, fantastic job on the intro videos. I super appreciate it. Lets me put a name with a face and a joke with a face, and the jokes were outstanding. So thanks for tolerating me on that, and good job on your work. Those of you that have worked through the tutorial and have also produced the block, getting the software downloaded, all that. Nice job. I'm just going to do a little bit of sketch work here to kind of give you the feel for the flow of modeling a more complex part. So this is just a part I just made with a student who came into the Open Lab. So Open Lab officially is going to be from 2 to 4 on Thursdays. If nobody's here by 3:15, I'll probably leave. So if you're coming late, you need to send me an email. There was a student just in, I helped them out, and that opportunity is there for you. If you are stuck, if you're modeling something and you're stuck, if you could and want help, like outside of the Open Lab time, you can always send me the part file, ask the question as detailed as you can, like where you're getting stuck. I can open the part and then I can produce one of these videos just for you wherever you're stuck. I'll do that, of course, until the load gets too big, but most of the time you don't take advantage of that. So take advantage of it. If you're stuck, like over the weekend, I'm not always available on the weekend, but often I am. And if I see it and I pull it up and I can help you quick, I'll make a 10-second video and show you how to get unstuck. So don't hesitate to use that. All right, a little bit of part modeling. I'm going to minimize myself here. I'm just going to start a new part. So that's File, New. And we're part modeling. At some point, we'll get to assemblies and drawings, but right now we're just going to make a lot of parts. So I click on part and I say, okay. And in we go, right? This just gives you a blank part file. This is where the model is going to show up, as we talked about before. And to get started, we have to sketch. So I click on sketch. That produces the 3 planes. And really, this is the only time you'll see the 3 planes. Once you get a part, it's not going to show you the 3 planes because then you will sketch on a surface of the part. Okay. So I am going to start on this time I'm going to choose the front plane and I'm going to draw a circle. So I'm going to choose the center, pull it out. As I was telling the student in the class, don't worry about the numbers that are showing up when you're sketching. It doesn't matter. You don't have to try and get right on the 3. That's too complicated. You don't have to look over here and click a number. Just sketch it any size, especially if it's a circle, and then smart dimension it. So, and it doesn't really matter what dimension it's showing you. Like right here, it's showing me 3.478. But if I wanted my circle to be 200, I can just choose 200, right? And SolidWorks is going to automatically create a zoom factor, right? That gives you a circle 200. So now it kind of understands how much space it needs. And now everything will make sense with the 200. Like if I drew a circle that was 1 unit, it would be super, super small. Okay. So the sketch needs to be proportional, but it doesn't even need to be close to the right size. You can put in any size you want. All right. So I'm going to extrude it. Extrude means I'm going to turn it into a solid. That's this one, right? The little symbol shows you what it's going to do. Extrude cuts here, and that would cut a hole, right? Revolve boss base is going to swing it around in a circle. If you mouse over a tool and leave it there, it actually gives you a little tutorial on it. Like, what does extrude do? Well, I'm just gonna watch this little video and kind of learn about it, right? So that's kind of fun. Any tool, like if I put it on this tool, it's gonna give me a little tutorial on it, and I could actually watch it and learn about how revolve works, and that it needs an axis and it needs an angle to revolve about. So yeah, I'm an extrude. So I click on it, it repositions it, and because I'm using this, I think I chose the front plane, maybe it was the right plane, but definitely not the top. It puts it in this different kind of position. You can still roll it around and take a look at it. It made it 0.1, but since this is 200, 0.1 is almost, you almost can't even see it, right? 0.1 is, it's tiny. So zoom back out. I'm zooming with the roller mouse. I'm gonna change it to like 10. Remember, you get a preview, right? And we'll say green check mark, and that makes a solid, right? I can roll it around and look at it. That's holding the roller mouse, the roller button down like a button, not rolling it. Rolling it is zoom, down like a button is revolve, right? And then if I get it all messed up, I can use the view cube to then take it back to isometric, if that's right. Kind of a true isometric view. Okay, so the process of part modeling is just that process over and over and over. We're gonna sketch, we're gonna do a feature. We're gonna sketch, we're gonna do a feature, sketch and do a feature, okay? Maybe I just want a portion of this. You know, I want maybe a 45-degree chop off of my disc. So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna say, I want to sketch, and I'm gonna choose a surface now because the planes don't show up. You cannot choose curved surfaces to sketch on. It's gotta be a flat surface. So I'm gonna choose this one. It rotates it, makes it current, and I can sketch, and all my sketch tools are available, right? So I could say, all right, I'm gonna sketch from, and if you move your mouse around, you'll see that the quadrant shows up. See that quadrant? I'm gonna grab it. And I'm gonna draw straight down to the center, and then I'm gonna draw straight over to the quadrant, and then I'm gonna draw up to here, right? So let's say that I wanna chop this region off right here. Well, that's not part of this sketch. This sketch is closed region right here, this region, right? So if I went and said, okay, I want to extrude cut, it's thinking I'm going to cut this out. Well, that's not what I want to do. I want to cut this out. So SolidWorks is only going to do a feature to a closed sketch. So I'm going to show you, I'm going to exit out and get back to my sketch, right? I should be still in sketch. I am. And I'm going to show you how to convert entities. That's super cool. So convert entities is, anyone see it? There it is. Convert entities. So what that does is it'll take an edge of an object like this edge, and it'll convert it to a line in the sketch. So right now there is no circle in my sketch. There's just these three lines, right? If I hit convert entities and then I hit that edge and say green check mark, it converts it. I don't know if you can see that, but it converted it to a line. There it is. And now I have some tools called trim and also extend. But I can trim objects off. So I could trim this, the circle goes all the way around. And the way you trim is you literally draw a line by holding the pick button down. You draw it across something. Like if I drew it across here, it would literally get rid of that line. And across here, it gets rid of that line. And if I draw it across here, it's going to get rid of this portion of the circle, leaving this portion. So now I have the arc and a line, and this is now my closed sketch. So if I go feature, extrude cut, it's going to say, oh, I can remove that. And I'll say check. Right? So I just literally hacked off a portion of my disk. Okay. So that was convert entities. It's very handy. You can use your object to convert edges to lines within a sketch. You've got to have a closed sketch to do features, whether that's extrude or extrude cut. Okay, so that is some sketching tools. There's a whole bunch more sketching tools that we'll cover next week. And I'm going to put up an additional assignment for you to practice with if you want to practice. I'll try to get that up today. And I'll just call it practice objects. All right. Have a great weekend and we'll talk to you next week.